Hi mamas. One thing that I've noticed from being 23 weeks pregnant is that at the end of the day, my feet are really sore. Initially, I thought it was from the extra weight bearing down on my body and placing too much pressure on my heel, which was causing me to have a lot of heel pains, and my heel was feeling really tight at the end of the day. Now, most people, when you talk about sore feet when pregnant, they just say, you're pregnant. Go lie down, take a rest, put your feet up. But there are so many other things that you can do to help alleviate that pain, and I'm going to show you how. So firstly, you've got to look at your foot as a whole. So if you think that your pain is coming from your heel, you can't just self-massage and bang this area and expect the problem to go away. You need to look at the heel and you need to think, what's inside my heel and what is it trying to support that it shouldn't? Where can I alleviate the pain in other areas of my body to help reduce the amount of pressure that's being put onto this heel? So this is your plantar fascia. Your plantar fascia is a group of tissues that connect your heel to your toes. If there are other places that are creating imbalance in your body, then there's going to be a lot of stress pushed down on that group of tissues. And it's not designed to hold that much stress. The stress or the problem could be coming from tight calves. Your calves are directly connected to this plantar fascia. Secondly, the problem could be coming from the way that your foot arches when you walk. So it could be internally rotating too much when you walk and actually adjusting to the ground or the shoe that you're walking in, and not pushing out. Your foot actually needs to be pushed out ever so slightly to support your weight fully and to support yourself on that plantar fascia. So it could be coming from the arch of your foot. Lastly, it could be coming from areas such as your glutes, weak glute medius, lower back, or even your upper back, your thoracic spine, as we rotate a lot when we walk. And if we can't rotate properly when we're walking because our spine is hunched over like so, then we're going to create a lot of imbalances in the body, and we're going to use somewhere else to support us. So the first tip and trick is you're going to take a water bottle and you're going to place it in your freezer overnight so it's nice and iced. You're just going to pop it underneath your foot, and then you're going to give yourself a bit of a self-massage, rolling it gently onto your foot. You can apply a little bit of pressure, really get into the nitty-gritty part so you can come onto the side here. The ice is going to really help alleviate that inflammation in your foot. And of course, the self-massage is just going to feel really great. And it's going to help soften up the tissues in your foot there. So self-massage with a bottle of water that's just been put in your freezer overnight. Number 2 is self-massage. You're going to take your 2 thumbs and you're just going to push out like so. That's just opening up that soft tissue. I prefer to do it with socks on because it's got a little bit more smoothness to the massage. Otherwise, you've got to fuss around with a lot of oils, etc. So this is a really easy way you can just open up that tissue. It's just by pressing down. I'm not even pressing down super hard, but I'm just opening up that fascia, softening up that tissue. So the one thing I did talk about was opening up your thoracic spine, so your upper back. And when you're pregnant, our posture seems to take a hit, so our shoulders can sometimes roll inwards, especially if we've been working at a desk all day. So what you can do is just get a chair, kneel down to it like so, pop your elbows onto the bench, and put your hands behind your head. So you want to be applying a little bit of pressure onto your elbows and pulling the hips back, allowing enough room for your belly. And it's a very gentle stretch, but you will feel it open up your thoracic spine. Another great way to open up your thoracic spine is to grab your small Pilates ball or a kid's ball and pop it just on the top of your back against a pillar or a wall. Apply a little bit of pressure and open up your elbows, your arms to about shoulder height, and just pull back with your elbows, pushing against that wall. Just open up, and you can reach up if you like. Pull back with the elbows. So next we have the runner stretch. So traditionally your runner stretch looks like this. But I can still feel that my foot is inverting a little bit inwards, and I want to push it a little bit outwards to create less pressure points onto that arch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this right foot here that's nice and bent, and I'm going to pull it across my body. So you can either do it dynamically, because that's going to create a little bit of pressure on the outside of my heel, which is going to stretch out that calf properly in the position we want. Or you can bring it all the way across your body, but it has to be across the body, and push down. So you can bend that knee a little bit, but keep the back leg nice and straight, and immediately I feel that nice stretch in my calf, and I also feel my foot coming outwards ever so slightly, so just the position that we want. Finally is your glute medius, which is part of your butt muscle, but it's usually the part of the butt that most of us forget. So sometimes when we are standing up straight, we have a little bit of an imbalance and our hip kind of pushes out like this. So if you've ever seen yourself just standing and you're on one side, it's probably because your glute medius is not strong enough, okay? So you need to do a little bit of work there. So one way to strengthen your glute medius is to stand right up close to a wall. Allow the hip that's away from the wall to drop down, and all you're going to do is squeeze that glute medius to come up close to the wall as possible. So you can even get right up close there, and you're going to let it drop down, squeeze up. You can push into that wall to apply a little bit more tension, let it drop. Squeeze up. I'm squeezing my glute medius, my glute is on, let it drop. Trust me, after quite a few of these, you're going to feel that glute medius and how much it's working. So that's a really easy way to strengthen your glute medius. So there you have it, guys. You don't need to go through the whole pregnancy by just putting your feet up or complaining all the time about your sore feet. Go ahead and tackle the problem head on. Let me know how you go. If you like the video, you like the content, please show your appreciation. Like, subscribe, comment, give me some feedback so I can show you some more awesome content.